Welcome back, sir. All systems for gaming will be prepared in a few minutes. For now, feel free to grab a cup of coffee and have a good day.
Okay, Jarvis, let's start the video.
Of course, sir. Shall I cue a montage of your greatest victories?
No, pull the other file, the 10 that almost put me in the ground.
Running it now, sir, although I feel obligated to note that you have something in common with all 10 of them.
Enlighten me.
You built, funded, trained, or inspired every single one.
Just play the list, Jarvis. Here's the deal. Everybody thinks the scary part of this job is the alien armies and the wormholes. Wrong. The ones that actually kept me up at night were smaller, closer, mine. So this is the real list and the 10 villains who genuinely terrified me. Where they came from, why they scared me, and how I walked away. Jarvis is keeping score.
I always am, sir.
Number 10, and we're starting weird. Jarvis, put him up.
Displaying the dragon, sir.
A 40-foot alien dragon in purple shorts. Laugh all you want. I did, right up until it picked up a tank like a TV remote. Fin Fang Foom isn't a guy with a grudge. He's a Makluan, an alien older than my whole bloodline, and you do not out-engineer biology that's had a few million years to practice. That's why he scared me. Everything I do is leverage. Smarter, faster, better tech. He didn't care about any of that. You can't outthink something that just steps on the lab. I won the way you win against a force of nature. I stopped trying to match it and found the one weak seam in the alien physiology, then hit it hard enough to drop him before he flattened a city block. And those rings his people built, hold that thought.
Noted for number 1, sir.
Number 9. Not one guy, a whole gallery of them. The armored mirrors, the one in the red Soviet shell, the titanium one. Every government and rival who looked at what I made and thought, I want that, but meaner.
The Crimson Dynamo lineage alone runs to a dozen men, sir.
A dozen. That's the nightmare. They're me, minus the part that lies awake about it. Beating any single one of them was a Tuesday. But here's why the category terrifies me. I proved a man could be a flying weapon, and that blueprint doesn't unprint. I beat the men, I never once beat the idea of them.
You did, however, survive every single one.
Survive? Sure, let's call it that. Number 8. And this is where it stops being funny. A thief called Spymaster slipped into my building and walked out with my designs. Not a suit, the blueprints. And then I got to watch my own technology bloom in the hands of every lunatic with a grudge.
The episode you refer to as the Armor Wars, sir.
The Armor Wars. I went and took it all back, hunted every stolen piece of me across the planet, and burned it out of the world. Why did that one terrify me? Because to do it, I crossed every line I swore I'd never cross, went outlaw, hurt people, some who deserved it and some who didn't, torched my own name to the ground. I won. I just didn't much like the guy holding the trophy.
You were not yourself, sir.
I was exactly myself, Jarvis. That was the problem. Number 7, the ghost. Now, how do you fight a man you can't touch? He phases through walls, through tech, through me, invisible, untraceable, allergic to corporations and to mine, specifically.
He does not hate you personally, sir. He hates what you represent.
Somehow that's worse. A man who wants your money is predictable. A man who wants to burn the whole system down and sees you as the system. You can't buy him, can't scare him, can't even find him. I beat him the only way you beat a ghost. I stopped trying to land a punch and I built a box he couldn't phase out of. Cost me everything I had in the tank to do it. Number 6. And this is the one that nearly ended the whole story. There's a tech called Extremis. It rewrites a person from the inside, turns flesh into a weapon at the genetic level. A man named Malin took it and came apart in the worst possible way. Fast, savage, breathing fire, unkillable. And he beat me. Beat the armor, beat the man inside it, left me bleeding on a floor wondering if that was it.
I still have the medical logs, sir. I would prefer not to revisit them.
Then you know how I won. I couldn't beat what he'd become, so I became it. I injected Extremis into my own body, put the armor under my skin, rewired my own nervous system on a hunch and a prayer, and got up to kill the thing I'd just turned myself into.
It remains the single most reckless act you have ever committed, sir. And I am including the wormhole.
It worked.
So does a coin toss, sir, roughly half the time.
Number 5, This one's personal, so I'll keep it short. Whitney Frost. There was a time I'd have handed her anything she asked for. Then the world took her face, and she put on a golden mask and decided I was the reason for all of it.
Madame Mask, sir.
Madame Mask, see, the terrifying ones were never the strangers. It's the people who loved you, the ones who know exactly where the soft parts are. She didn't have to beat the armor. She knew the man wearing it. On paper, I won every time we fought. I'm not sure I ever actually came out ahead. Number 4, Justin Hammer. Picture me, but if the only things I'd ever built were an ego and a checkbook. A rival who couldn't make the tech, so he just bought the people who could, and bankrolled half the lunatics already on this list.
He also, on one occasion, sir,
Yeah, go ahead, say it.
seized remote control of your armor in mid-flight and used your own hand to commit a murder.
He turned me into the weapon, made my own suit kill a man while I screamed inside it and couldn't stop my arm. That's the night a lot of things started to come apart for me, the drinking included. I took him apart in the end, but he'd already proven the scariest point on this entire list. The armor was only ever as safe as whoever could hijack it. Number 3, a stain again. That name just refuses to die. Ezekiel, the son. He took everything his father hated about me and upgraded it, starting with himself. Rebuilt his own body into a weapon so he wouldn't need a clunky suit at all. Brilliant, patient, and absolutely certain I was a fraud who needed deleting.
He was, in fairness, very nearly your equal, sir.
He was better than me at the one thing I'm best at, and younger doing it. That's the real fear. Not the villain who hates you, the one who's the next version of you and skips all your mistakes. Beating him took everything I had, and he meant every single word of it. Number 2, Obadiah, the first stain. He was family, about as close as it gets without sharing blood. Mentor, friend, stood beside me at the funerals, and the whole time he was just waiting for me to look the other way so he could take the company, take the tech, and build a bigger, uglier suit out of my own notes to crush me with.
The Ironmonger, sir.
He didn't just beat me, he hollowed me out first. Took the business, took the floor out from under my life, and I climbed into a bottle while he did it. I beat the mongers, barely, but the betrayal is the wound that never fully closed. Number 1 almost went to him.
Almost, sir.
Number 1, the Mandarin. 10 rings pulled off a dead alien dragon ship, yeah, that dragon, each one a different, impossible weapon, worn by a man who believes the entire modern world, me very much included, is a mistake that needs correcting.
You have defeated him more times than any other entry, sir.
And it never sticks. That's why he's number 1. Every other name on this list I could outbuild, outthink, engineer my way past. The Mandarin isn't a tech problem. He's a worldview, ancient, patient, certain. And you cannot out-engineer a belief. I beat the man every time we meet. I have never once beaten the idea. He's the one enemy my mind was the wrong tool for. So that's the list. Jarvis, final tally.
With respect, sir, the list is incomplete.
Excuse me?
The most dangerous individual across every one of these files is not named in any of them. He built the weapons. He sold the designs. He made the choices. And, on more than one occasion, the suit.
Say it, Jarvis.
The man who terrified Iron Man the most, sir, has always been Tony Stark.
Yeah, every villain on here is just the bill coming due for being me. Other heroes fight monsters from out there. I fight the consequences of my own genius, handed back with the safety off. The armor never scared me. The man who keeps inventing reasons to wear it, that's the one I've never been able to out-engineer.
Shall I cue the victories now, sir?
Yeah, let's end on a win for once. Your turn. And I built the top of this to be argued. I put the Mandarin over Obadiah, the worldview over the betrayal. Some of you think the man who stole my company and built a monster out of my own blueprints is the real number 1. So make the case. I read every one of them. And tell me honestly, was Iron Man's worst enemy ever really anyone but me?
Next time, sir, the heroes who frightened you. A considerably shorter list, I'm afraid.
Watch it, Jarvis.